Good morning.
Good morning.
Ooh, good stretching here, right?
How was that? How was the stretching? What's that? You liked it? Did you do it?
That was
of
a
you?
nice
Still
exercise.
chilling? How was it for you?
Yo, very good morning. Namaste. All right, so what do you have here?
Well, I'm just reading in the latest edition of the Daily Pioneer. Each and every single one of you should have received this. Have you read it already? So what you see in here is like what I'm just reading is like the top 8 of the Pioneers Challenge have been announced last night. And then we have a whole bunch of new startups exhibiting today. Oh well, and then yesterday we had the world premiere of the flying car.
Oh,
if
it
you
was
haven't seen
yesterday.
it yesterday.
Oh.
It's downstairs. Today everybody of you can go there and see it. And it seems like that the VC panel yesterday somehow went a little bit out of control. Have you seen that? Well, there's a lot of more new stuff in it. Check it out. That's where it's going to.
It's a whole new day, so what's going on?
Well,
Check it out.
I would say we look into what's going to be in for today. Do you want to know what's going on today at the Pioneers Festival? Yeah? It's still a little bit done from yesterday night. Who of you has been at the after party?
Nice.
Okay. Not enough power
Already
left
up?
to raise
That's
the arm.
motivation.
All right, let's go into this. Let's see what's in there for today. So we will have one of the leading startups with us in AI and robotics.
We'll talk about smart homes,
We will have tech magic on stage.
a deep dive into AgTech,
We will see how to raise cash for your startup.
and then even more startup pitches.
Yeah, and we will talk about startup strategies in general.
There's going to be an awesome interactive design workshop, which I'm personally looking forward to very much.
Yeah, and we will talk about growth hacking.
And then our traditional roasted session over at the Academy stage.
We will see how to hack angel lists.
Then the living of startup life.
Interesting to all of you, the challenges of leadership.
And 3D printing.
And that's what I'm really very much looking forward to. We will have 2 space veterans with us here on stage.
And last but not least, the finals of the Pioneers Challenge here on stage.
Don't miss that. That will be a hell of a show. It will be really, really great. All right. And last but not least, for tonight, there will be for sure another party, right? So as you can see, tonight, when the show is over here, don't miss the final award ceremony. We'll go over to the Volksgarten and we'll celebrate the after party Back to the Future. And I'm happy to have all of you with us there.
And dress up.
And dress up. Don't forget that.
All right, so let's get it on. Please, ladies and gentlemen, welcome our CEO of Pioneers, Andreas Schaas, live on stage.
Come on, put your hands together. Thank you very much. Let's do this. Woo!
Thanks, Natalie. Okay, welcome again from my side. So what I just said is thanks Natalie and Tim. They are not just the best looking couple in the tech world, they are also the managing directors of Pioneers Festival. So they are responsible for this show to make this happen. So I would say let's give them a big applause for their efforts and what they achieved here. So today I have 3 distinguished guests with me for the opening. This year we started a really interesting project with the city of Vienna. We organized a trip to South Korea to organize a startup event there with the aim to connect Europe, the European startup community, with the Asian startup community. We are always trying to connect via Silicon Valley, so everyone is looking towards Silicon Valley, but we are not connecting between each other. This year, we started this project with the city of Vienna. It went really successful, and I'm really happy that we have so many guests from South Korea with us. There's also a TV team from South Korea here, so it's pretty cool. And it's when we started this project with the city of Vienna, we knew that it's not just one trip to South Korea and then nothing happens again. we are already setting up some projects. And what we saw when we went there, a lot of startups pitched, and they said, you know what, we are so interested in Europe, but we have no connection towards Europe. We want to connect with Europe. How can we do that? And thanks to the city of Vienna, we started a program where we invite one startup from South Korea to come to Vienna to get an office space here and to have their footprint then in Europe and can make business here. So responsible for that was the Vienna Business Agency and the city of Vienna. And now I would like to welcome on stage Mr. Andreas Meilert-Pokorny, Executive City Councillor of Cultural Affairs and Science of the city of Vienna. Mr. Meilert-Pokorny would ask you on stage.
Thank you very much. Well, first of all, let me extend a warm welcome to all of you. It's wonderful that you're here. It's wonderful that you're here participating in this Pioneer Festival, and congratulations to the basic idea, bringing people together here in Vienna and working on the ideas, on the visions of the startups, and we are really happy to have you here. Let me just, I don't want to introduce the city of Vienna to you, although I'm official and although I'm responsible for culture and science here in this city. And I'm sure you had, I hope you had wonderful days here so far. Why we are happy to have you here is because Vienna traditionally has always been labeled as an old and traditional city. You have the architecture, you have the museums, you have this imperial past of the city. Now, Vienna still is a very old and traditional city, as you can see right here in the center, but Vienna also has become one of the youngest cities on the continent. Vienna is growing, is one of the fastest growing cities in Europe, and also Vienna is home to 20 universities. There are 200,000 students here, so every 10th inhabitant of the city of Vienna is a student, and that is also true for all the institutions here. So Vienna has both the tradition and the future and the visions of young people. And I'm also coming back to what the American sociologist Richard Florida once said. If you look to a smart city, you have to have these 3 T's: talent, technology, and tolerance. And that, of course, is true for Vienna. And we have a 4th T, and that is tradition. And that combined together makes Vienna unique. And so I'm happy to welcome you in this unique city of Vienna. And thank you very much for doing all these efforts. We've been talking this morning, and you will be seeing for the rest of the day.
So, thank you very much, Andreas. Why are startups so important for the city of Vienna?
Well, as I said, I mean, it's partly, the reasons are partly because Vienna, as I said, has a very long tradition. There's not much traditional industry left in this city. We are counting very much on the creative ideas and the visions of the younger generations. And with the Vienna Business Agency, I think we have an important tool to support all those who would like to have their startups in Vienna, connected with Vienna, and this is also the reason why we are also introducing other tools of support for, and I'm responsible for the culture in the city, for all the creative ideas that circle around culture, life sciences. Vienna is an important place of life sciences as well, and many others. So, we're trying to offer the framework for all those who come to Vienna, apart from the fact that Vienna is always #1 ranking in quality of life all over the world. Vienna is #1 in most of the rankings, and I'm sure you can tell by the time you walk around the city. So, if I may, I've brought 2 awards with me. The Vienna Business Agency has set up these 2 awards, the Vienna Startup Welcome Package 2014, and there has been a competition, and I'm happy to announce the winners now, right away. I would like to ask the winners up here on stage, and I hand the awards over to them. Now, these awards consist of I think, a very attractive package. The winner become part of the startup ecosystem Vienna for 3 months, including a co-working office space, supporting connecting to the local ecosystem, 10 hours business expansion coaching, accommodation, and of course, travel expenses. And the lucky 2 winners are, and I would like to ask you to come up on stage, Waza from Portugal, and I'm happy to give this to you. Congratulations. Thank you. Congratulations. And probably you will talk a little bit about what your project is. I've also learned that the 2 are, apart from what they are doing, they are 2 musicians, which I think is a perfect place to also practice here in Vienna. So congratulations. Will you say just a few words about what you're doing?
Yeah, thank you. First, good morning, everyone. First, I want to thank you guys for selecting us. Basically, what we're building is a real-time analytics platform for in-app payments. So basically, we provide companies and developers with a very simple, easy-to-use tool where they can gather metrics to analyze the performance of their payments inside their apps. So if you want to go more, please go to waza.io, sign up to your email, and we'll keep in touch.
By the way, we are very pleased to be here, and it's an honor to be part of the startup ecosystem here in Vienna. So please, I'm looking forward to keep in touch with all of you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much. And the second winner, and we've been talking about connecting Vienna with South Korea. The second winner comes from Korea, is Study GPS. Please come on stage. Will you also tell us very briefly what you're doing?
Hello, this is Rich Taylor from Korea, of course South, and I'm so honored to be the winner for this Welcome Vienna package, and I am so thankful to Mr. Lim from Startup Alliance Korea, and also I really appreciate VBA for giving me these honorable moments in my life. And simply, what I'm making is advanced, learning management system. As for 9 years of teaching experience and a doctor of education and psychology, and I have heavily felt that we need more advanced learning systems. So that's what I'm making. So if you are interested in anything about education, so please contact me, studygps@gmail.com. Thank you. Have a wonderful day.
So thank you very much. Congratulations to you, and best success in getting on with your wonderful and interesting ideas. And thank you very much for the festival, and have a great day, last day.
Thank you very much. The City of Vienna and Vienna Business Agency is a very important partner for Pioneers to develop our vision, to work on our vision, and to create a successful ecosystem here. So thank you very much for your support, and see you around at Pioneers.
Absolutely. Have a great day. Thank you.
Thanks. Okay, and now I would like to welcome another distinguished guest. I'm more than happy that he made us and is with us here today. He's one of my personal role models, a self-confident young man that has the job to represent Austria on an international level. And I don't know who could do a better job than him. Please give a big hand to the youngest foreign minister in the world and welcome Sebastian Kurz on stage. Hi, Sebastian. So he is with us, and we will make a quick Q&A session. And for that, I would also like to welcome on stage Florian Schwantner. He's the CEO of Runtastic. I'm pretty sure all of you know Runtastic. Like, he is the Austrian role model when it comes to startups. Welcome on stage, Florian. And we also have a guest from Ukraine with us. We had a Facebook game, more or less, so people could ask their questions in a commentar on a Facebook link. And Katrina, she's already with us. Please give a big hand to her. And she won this competition, and I'm very glad that you're with us today. So yeah, let's get it going. Sebastian, normally there are heads of states and governments in this building. Today the audience looks quite different. What do you think of about this bunch of crazy pioneers packed in this awesome Imperial Palace?
Yeah, thank you very much for inviting me. Thank you very much for the possibility to be here today. It's a real pleasure. As you said, normally the Vienna Hofburg looks a bit different, and normally there are not so many young and successful entrepreneurs here like we have today. That's something special, and that's the reason why I would like to congratulate you for organizing such an event in Vienna. And I would also like to use the opportunity and tell you that I'm really impressed by every single person who is brave enough to start his or her business, especially in difficult times like we have them at the moment.
Great. So, Florian, we with you with us. You have a lot of experience in terms of the Austrian startup ecosystem, and you also prepared the question for Sebastian.
Yeah, I think so. First of all, thank you for having me here. As some of you might know, I've been here a few times on stage. And the good thing is to see, first of all, I don't have to do push-ups today, like in the past years. And secondly, it's good to see that many people here. So what I think, as we started Runtastic, almost exactly 5 years ago, there was no startup scene in Austria. There were a few motivated people, but there was no scene, there was not the talking, this entrepreneurial spirit. And I think, Andy, Jürgen, what you have done with this festival was really a big part to make that happen. So we as a startup now, we are 100 full-time employees from 20 countries working here in Austria, and I think that's really a good sign in the right direction. And Sebastian, what I would like to ask you is, how the politics could help the startup scene. What could you do to help to getting even more startups, young, motivated people? What is your answer on that? How you see the improvement here?
I think most which is done by the startups themselves, but maybe there's also the chance for the political sector to be a bit more supportive. And I think we all know that there are a lot of regions in the world where we have more of a startup culture than we have it here in Austria. And I think there are areas where we could improve and where maybe politics could be helpful for startups. I think the first thing is we need a startup-friendly climate. I think that in Austria, most people are looking for a 9-to-5 job, and I think we should all work together to encourage especially young people to be brave, to start their own business and to see becoming an entrepreneur as a real chance for their life, maybe an even better chance than having a 9-to-5 job. I think the second point is that it would be helpful to have a better environment for startups. So like the idea of pioneers of having something like a startup campus in Vienna in order to give startups the chance to interact and to exchange ideas. I think this is also something which could be helpful. And the third point is, we talked about it before, I think we have to get better in the area of funding. I think there are also some ideas from pioneers and others in order to get options for young entrepreneurs to get public or private money in order to develop and not to leave Austria in order to look for other markets where it's easier to get public or private money. But I think there's a huge community which probably even knows better what startup needs, and it's good to have pioneers as an organization which is able to articulate these needs of startups.
Thanks, Sebastian. We have Katerina with us. She's from Ukraine. Yeah. She's from Ukraine, and tell us a little bit about yourself, and then you also prepared a question for Sebastian. Yeah, stage is yours.
Yes, thanks, Andreas, for this possibility to be there, to be the part of this event and this community. It's really nice and it's really motivated. Shortly to myself, as Andreas said, I came from Ukraine, but I live since 9 years in Vienna already. I made here exchange year, then started to work in different companies. Since 1 year I have my own company. It's a little private company, and hopefully it will be successful. Let's see. So my question is, how close do you see the connection between business and politics, and how do you think, what could politics learn from business, from startups? Do you have some examples maybe?
I don't know if there's a lot which could startups learn from the political sector, but I think there's a lot which the political sector could learn from startups. I visited the Facebook office in New York when I was there a few weeks ago, and for me the most interesting point was to see that nearly everything is different to the political sector. They have a different spirit, a different atmosphere, and they communicate different. And I think that's exactly what we can learn from startups. I think it's the energy startups have, it's the flexibility, and it's the spirit. And I think if politicians and we as the political sector learn this from startup, it's maybe best for both sides.
Sebastian, thank you so much for taking your time visiting here Pioneers Festival, connecting with the startup community. So please, another big hand for Sebastian Kurz.
Thank you for the invitation, and congratulations for what you are doing here, and congratulations especially that there are so many people on the second day here. I have heard that there was a very intensive evening of, let's say, networking yesterday evening. So congratulations that even on the second day there are so many people here at the festival.
Awesome. Thanks, Katerina. Thanks, Florian. Thank you very much. Bye. Yeah, so that was it from my side. And before I announce the last speaker of the opening, I want to wish you a successful, great second Pioneers Festival Day. Enjoy it and see you at the Back to the Future party. Have fun, guys. Oh yeah, before I go, of course I have to announce Pete Schwegler from Microsoft. He will give a speech now to you what Microsoft is doing for startups. And please give a big hand to Pete Schwegler from Microsoft. Thank you very much, guys.